Москва.
Russia can be a really generous country for foreigners and expats coming here. Yeah, living in the coldest European capital is tough and challenging experience, but today we're talking about top 10 advantages of living in Russia and in Moscow in particular, as I myself am living in Moscow and I know what I'm talking about. Hello, by the way, I'm Gio and welcome to the new video. Before we start, please take a second and hit that subscribe button. This will help the channel grow. And let's begin. The first advantage is salaries and senior positions. They even say that to make the first million is easier in Russia, but the first billion is in the USA. So many expats take up senior management positions in Russia, so they benefit from high salaries. And usually salary packages include lots of benefits, very often with accommodation, insurance, car, and maybe sometimes car driver and schooling. So this means that expats can be saved from having to cover high costs of some of these things. Number 2. There are a lot of expat communities from the entire world, and for me it was a big discovery. Professionals from UK, France, Germany, Japan, USA and many other countries. Most of them don't work only as diplomats or spies. They support each other, and there are even agencies where only expats work and sort of provide expat services to expats. This can be finances, taxation, relocation, schooling, insurance, healthcare and different kinds of services that expats wouldn't like to be really familiar when changing countries. From what I saw, actually, expats and foreigners living in Moscow are having a pretty rich and lush lifestyle. It looks expensive, but it is what it is. Number 3. Cost of living. So life in Moscow can be cheaper than in other European capitals. Healthcare, schools, restaurants and grocery shops. Here you can benefit from the weak buying power of Russian ruble. So all this good, but I don't mention rents, because rents in Moscow are expensive in particular. Yeah. Number 4. Private healthcare. There are plenty of healthcare options in Russia and in Moscow that provide really high standard of services. Doctors at these hospitals are more likely to communicate in English. Paying for private insurance in Moscow is a must because private treatment can be still expensive. Number 5. Seasons. Autumn and summers are beautiful. You can enjoy the first snow of the year, or the first green leaf in spring, or the last leaf in the fall. Don't be actually afraid of cold winters. Yes, it can be minus 30 degrees outside, but the apartments in Moscow and Russia are super warm. You will hardly find a person who hates cold more than a Russian. Russians hate when it's cold. That's why in Russian apartments it's very warm. It can be minus 30 outside, but 25 in the apartment. Number 6. People. Russians can be pretty friendly once you know them. In Russia it's just different culture. Don't be fooled with no smile nation. It's a stereotype. It's not acceptable to smile at strangers, and a smile is everything but not a sign of politeness. If you see a Russian smiling at you, then most probably this is your friend. For me, for example, when I was traveling across the United States and strangers were smiling at me, my initial reaction was maybe something wrong with me. Do I look funny? Or maybe I forgot to zip the zipper, on my pants. So it's just different cultural thing, and you should just take it as a fact. Russians actually really love foreigners, and most probably in most cases you'll be treated much better as a foreigner than locals. Number 7. Cities. Russia has one of the most beautiful, green and well-lit cities with modern infrastructure and really well-preserved historical sites. Just look at Moscow, St. Petersburg, Kazan and many other cities. Yeah, walking culture in Russian cities is just another level. Just guys from the USA, can you imagine? You don't need a car to get anywhere. You don't need a car to go to the grocery shop. Number 8. Transportation. Russia has a really well-developed public transportation system. The metros of Moscow and St. Petersburg work really fast, they are clean, safe and really efficient. Number 9. Food. Really few people can name anything outside of borscht. Speaking about Russian food, and it can be sometimes really weird, but if you're not a vegetarian person and you know what to eat and where to eat, Russian food can actually be pretty tasty and nutritious. I even made a separate video about typical Russian dishes. Check it out. Have a look. Number 10. Language. Russian is a great language. Literature is really rich. But besides the cultural side of the language, Russian is spoken not only within the country itself. Looking at the Soviet history, you know that Russian language is widely spread, and even traveling across Eastern European countries, you can still speak Russian, especially with the older generations. Moscow can be an exciting place to live in, with its dramatic history and politics. Life in Russian capital can never be called boring. Nevertheless, foreigners coming here in Moscow can enjoy the attractive lifestyle with its rich social life and culture. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, see you soon, до свидания, пока!